Like an iceberg. You can only see the tip. That's what she said. I don't know what this is, but I think I need it. I don't got nothing to pull that. Need some fuel. Need some fuel. Fuel. Oh, come on. Fuel. Morning, guys. Today, since I have the vertical tillage unit back home, we're going to replace the basket arms, or the main frame for the basket arms are bent. It's been that way since we've had it. I don't know if that's a weak point on the 9100s at Kongskilde, but I got the bars. We're going to replace it. Just gotta get them loaded up. Let's go. Well, got millennial farmer. Dead batteries. Let's jumper. With the baskets, obviously there's the bars, but you can see the bend in the tube, which just is straight, and that's the outside. It's almost like they were hit before we got them, but I don't see nothing to say so. You can see that one's kind of the same way, so we'll be replacing them. Okay, now that we got it unfolded and down, you can kind of see the bend through that bar we're going to take off, so let's get busy. All right, new bars on. Sorry I didn't take no videos of it. It's a pain in the butt, but they're on, they're straight, they're tight. Woohoo! Good afternoon. Well, the other day had a neighbor call, wanted some wheat sown in, so we're gonna do it. He does not have a drill anymore, which we still got the old 750 and the Magnum, so we can get it done. But I did want you guys to see. So here is the cover crop seeder, and you can see all the shoots going down. Yeah, yesterday we replaced the bars. So this thing is very close. I just need to get a isobus cable to go from the Trimble 1000 to whatever system. I can't think of the system that's running that. Anyway, there's the drill. There's the Magnum. We're ready to go. Ritchie Auto Center. All your Ferris needs. I think we need a new sign though. But yeah, we're ready to go. She's loaded up. Let's get done. Okay. I'd say we're, oh man, I don't know, 20 acres into a 50-acre field. And oddly enough, this is my first time planting wheat. I have never in my life planted wheat, as weird as that is. So, I'm just going to keep an eye on this because I've never done this before. I don't know the exact number. This is a Pioneer variety. I don't, like I said, I don't know the number though. Just got a few more rounds. I see, I don't know what this is. I see this, I don't want to hit it. Oh boy. Oh boy. That looks a little bigger than me and what I can pick up. And I'm not going to hit it. So, I'm going to try to make this as noticeable as possible so I don't run over it, but that is a big boy. It's like an iceberg. You can only see the tip. That's what she said. Okay, back at it. It's kind of hard to get some video of this field just for the fact that there's so many waterways. This is kind of on a hill, but it gradually slopes down. The waterway goes through there. There's one way down there, cuts across, and then over here you got like little fingers that come in. So you're constantly up and down, up and down, up and down. So I'll try to get some video. Okay, tractor is filthy, but you can see the drill behind me. I can't remember the poundage, all that stuff, or what we're trying to do. I can't. This is the first time playing wheat. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even drive the tractor straight. There's no auto steer. What the heck's going on here? But yeah, I'm getting ready to get relieved. It's about summertime, and Bree and I are going to go meet some friends. Maybe we'll plant some wheat. We got like a 24-acre field of ours. Possibly we'll plant some wheat. We'll see. So yeah. But yeah, first time playing wheat. Woo! Look at me go. Look at the drill. You can't beat an old 750 John Deere drill. You just can't do it. They are fantastic. It's a little bit of a pain to work on, but they are great. Oh, you guys about fell. Woo! Woo! Okay. You're gonna see a lot of traffic going by. This is Interstate 117 behind me going through Roundhead. So it's kind of a main hub between Indian Lake, Huntsville to Lima is its main area. But seen some reviews online on N Lube. Kind of give my opinion on it. I like it. I like it on the fact of like this drill, especially greasing the hubs for the blades. You know, you can get it right in there, lock it, and do it all one-handed. So that's very nice. Where I don't like it is trying to get in the wheels. You know, if your hub has the zerk pointed up, and you got to kind of bend that hose in. This apparatus is too big to bend in there. So you got to go back to a normal style. But like everything, it's got its pros and cons. I don't know if they make a smaller one. Never really looked. Was just my normal head was wore out, so I wanted to get something different. Wanted to try something, so that's what we're up to. Today I just just lubed all the chains on the 750. Like I said, we're only doing 50 acres of wheat, so we're not doing too much here. But found a couple of zerks that I missed. Not really sure, but as you can see, that sucker just kind of locks right on there. And we'll kind of do this one-handed. You can hear the gun going. Working like a charm. We'll go to the next one. So, like I say, it's a little bit noisy behind me. You'll hear the traffic from that side. Like I said, 50 acres of wheat. From there, I got 100 acres of cover crops to spread. I'm hoping all the parts come in tomorrow, because if they don't, I'm screwed. Because it's supposed to rain Friday night, and that is the perfect rain to get this ryegrass out of the ground. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. I don't believe so. I don't know how I missed those, but anyway, I got 150 acres there to do from that side. So I'm waiting on an isobus cable. I got to make a couple hydraulic hoses, which is easy. But I really need that cable. I need that cable so I can calibrate the box, make sure it's putting on the appropriate mount that I want. That's what I need. So hopefully that comes in tomorrow. If it doesn't, I'm screwed, but it is what it is at that point. We'll take a quick quick look at the drill here. This drill's wore out. I'm not gonna lie, it needs some work, but we went to that 12-row split planter. So, you know, this is kind of on a back burner item. Maybe over the winter we'll slowly piece some stuff together. But tires need replaced, gauge wheels need replaced. Just it needs some love. But ooh, looky there. Need some bolts. Need some bolts. And my weights have shifted over. Like that. Okay, well, we'll have to shift those back over. So we'll get all that fixed before we get going here, and yeah, let's have some fun planting some wheat. Alright, just set the drone up, so I'm going to kind of fly a little bit. My batteries are low, so not going to be a lot of footage here, but you're going to see how many waterways this field has in it. A 50 acre field square, not bad. A 50 acre field with waterways, a lot of them with fingers, makes for a long day, but we'll get it done. But yeah, we'll do a little flying. people ask what kind of drone I fly. I think I've had it in a few previous videos, but it's a DJI Mavic Pro. It's the original one. Nothing. Got here. Nothing special. You know, it's not a latest and greatest edition. It's not anything like that. Kind of crooked, but oh well. So, like I said, DJI Mavic Pro. Nice thing about it is it folds up. That's the main reason why I wanted it, because it's so easy. You know, it comes in a little pouch. It's so easy to carry around. So that's the one I recommend if you're looking to get one from that side. But yeah. See, I'll check the seed before we get going again. Oh yeah, plenty. What? Plenty. Like I said, this is a Pioneer variety. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Well, really, I don't know it at all. But yeah, let's keep going. Okay, gotta jump out of that rig. Got some things to do here, like go to the dentist. That'll be fun. Partner's gonna jump in that rig. We got about, I don't know, 10 acres left. So he'll finish that up here. Then we'll move on to the next job.